Most people like to live inside their comfort zone. When you think about it, like, why is that? And it's kind of because, like, just by definition, like, just think about it. To be out of your comfort zone, it literally means to be uncomfortable. And nobody likes to be uncomfortable and feel that discomfort. Most people hate any kind of level of discomfort. And that's why they usually stay in it. And they try to avoid any type of pain that comes from being out of their comfort zone. They don't tend to leave it. Now, that's cool and all if you're fine with being mediocre. I mean, there are people who are really genuinely okay with that. But if you're somebody who wants to actually reach your potential, you gotta learn and teach yourself to start taking steps out of your comfort zone and just inch by inch get better and better at dealing with that discomfort. And you grow to like it because you know what comes with it. Because your full unlimited potential exists on the other side of your comfort zone. So if you're stuck in it and you're too scared to step out, you'll literally just never reach your potential. You won't even have a chance to, really. And again, it doesn't feel good leaving your comfort zone. You'll feel fear, anxiety, discomfort. Really, you can just fill in the blank with any uncomfortable feeling that comes with any type of level of discomfort. Like anything like that, you'll feel that getting out of your comfort zone. And really, the only way around this is to try to reverse the desire you have to avoid the pain and learn to embrace it. Because you got to just know what comes with it. And whenever you know that and you can accept it, you'll embrace it and you'll want it more. So it helps you get over that initial first step. Now, obviously, the first time you do it, it's kind of suck no matter what. Like whatever area in your life you want to get better at, or whatever it is, really, you're gonna have to be uncomfortable for it because you're not used to it. You've never done it before, so you're not comfortable in that setting. So whenever we try it, it's gonna be uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the better it gets. So you gotta learn to embrace it. So like, we gotta see the moments that make our heart skip a beat or make our mind race as what they are. Like the reason you feel that way is because you're excited about it. You wouldn't feel that way if it didn't excite you somewhat. Like if it was just something you do every day, your mind wouldn't race, your heart wouldn't skip a beat. Like these things, you feel that way because it's the unknown. You get excited about the unknown. It's something you never do. So it excites you, and that's why these things happen to you. So you got to think about it that way. It's exciting, so you should want to go do it. Instead of talking yourself out of it, you should want to do it and embrace that feeling. You should have to get over that initial discomfort. Next time you start feeling that feeling, start hyping yourself up. Maybe it's like, it's just in your head, you like yell to yourself, bring it on. Or, like hop it up and down in place for a little bit. It's something small like that. It'll get you in the zone and it'll give you like that like energy and motivation to go and do it rather than just talking yourself out of it, getting up in your head and stuck. So keep that in mind and it'll help a lot. I actually do that. I'll do like I don't do that specifically, but what I personally do, I'll count down from 3. It's like, say there's a girl I want to approach. Obviously, I feel nervous, right? I'm not like some dude who's immune to discomfort and fear, right? But if there's a girl I'm interested in, I want to go talk to her, I'll see her, and instead of getting in my head and talk and thinking my way out of it, I'll just, on 3, I go, right? So I'll see her, 3, 2, 1. In my head, and on 1, I just gotta walk. I don't come up with anything to say, I just walk towards her, and boom. It's not just with the girl, right? Like, that's just one thing that makes people uncomfortable, but it could be anything. But maybe that specific thing won't work for anything, but that's just my example with a girl. So just keep in mind, your full potential does exist on the other side of your comfort zone. If you never leave it, you'll never reach it. So really try to keep that in mind and live with that. Once I developed this mindset and kept it with me, it's hard to not do these things that I want to do. Like I'll see the opportunity, and it's hard to convince myself not to do it. I know I'm missing out on some experience or anything. Like just recently on that trip that I had to California, we went to Mexico too, and we were on the beach. And there was like a stable of horses you could ride on the beach. And I'm like scared of horses or anything, but it's just kind of somewhat relates to the experience. It didn't make me uncomfortable, but I saw the horses and I was like, man, I want to do that, but I don't feel like paying for it. I just don't want to do it, right? But I knew I'm gonna look back at that moment happy that I did it. So I was like, in the moment, I was like, I don't really want to. I'm gonna do it just for the experience. It's something I've never done before. So I sucked it up, went and did it. And it was awesome. And I look back at it fondly, and I'll have that memory forever. I'll probably never in my life be able to say I rode a horse on the beach again in Mexico. So if you get what I'm saying, right? It doesn't directly relate to what I'm saying, but it's a good story that goes with it to kind of reinforce it. So also keep in mind that whenever you're trying to go out of your comfort zone, you don't have to go a mile out of your comfort zone. You can just go an inch out of your comfort zone. But the more you do it, you keep taking an inch, take another inch, take another inch. Eventually, it'll add up to that mile. So it's a long process. You don't just try to take this huge leap and just skip all the progress, because that's going to be too much for you. If you're going to do that, and it's going to make you so uncomfortable that you're never going to want to do it again. Now, if you're capable of doing that, I mean, sure, do it. But the vast majority of people aren't going to be able to do that. They're going to do that one big uncomfortable thing, and they're just never going to try it again. So take small steps, small steps, small steps, and eventually those will get comfortable. And then you take the bigger steps, because then the big steps become short steps, right? It's just like, it's math, right? But that's really it. Just every time you feel fear, remember to remind yourself that this is an opportunity to get stronger and to grow. And it'll kind of help you take that leap of faith more often, and it'll really drive you to do it. One more thing I wanted to mention is that there are literally studies that show whenever we invite challenge into our life, we move from what they call a threat response to a challenge response. And whenever you do that, apparently it changes your entire physiology. So it'll just change completely how you think about the world and about yourself. And just doing this will also just fully grow your confidence to the next level. And I experienced that myself whenever I started getting out of my comfort zone more. The more I did it, the more confident I was in myself, because you're generating evidence. You're giving yourself evidence that you're capable of doing it. So the more you do it, just the more it sticks to you and the more it becomes you. So if you got any value from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. If you got any goals, go make it happen.